Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living Cape Coral. All of you here with us and all of you out there in virtual reality in person. In person on your couches or in your living room or however you're showing up. Thank you for joining us. And this is our Sunday celebration. And we are here to celebrate your spiritual magnificence. And wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are so very welcome here. We believe that we are all co-creators with the divine and that you can change your entire life by how? Changing your mind. Our founder is Ernest Holmes. In this philosophy, we teach the universal truths found in all spiritual teachings, including new and traditional, from Deepak Chopra to Eckhart Tolle to the Bible. We study it all here to get a better understanding on this thing called life, this thing called God. So please visit our website at cslcapecoral.org for prayer requests and to contact us and to send us your comments or questions. And now we have our meditation portion of our service, which will be so lovingly facilitated by our very own practitioner, Malika Davy. So please welcome her.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining me today for this meditation session. Today I have selected the guided meditation, Finding Your Purpose. So I invite you to, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax yourself into the chair that is supporting you. If you're home, wherever you are, get very comfortable and take another deep breath. And one more. As you settle in, so slow down your breath to the normal, comfortable breathing. Bring your attention between your eyebrows. Breathing into your eyebrows. Turning your attention around the inner being, the soul of yourself. Go within. Remember, you are all-knowing. You are source energy. You are magnificent. Be your inner being and focus your attention into your heart. You are all-knowing. You are source energy. You are magnificent. Ask your heart, what is my purpose? What do I really want? What do I really love to do. If anything and everything is possible, which it is, and your inner being completely knows this, what is my purpose? What do I really want? What do I really love to do? In this magnificent universe, where anything and everything is possible, I have a choice. What would make me truly happy? What would I choose? Let your heart feel your inner being. Let it speak to you through your feelings in your heart. What is your feeling? What would make you truly happy? Happiness would make you truly happy. Love would make you truly happy. Joy, laughter, fun is happiness. Feeling fulfilled because you are expressing your true talents and gifts to the world or just to a few is happiness. Feel your heart speaking to you, because consciously of your feelings. There is unlimited potentials and possibilities. Everything leads you to the space because there is part of you who knows that it desires to be happy. This world is made of you to expand and to express your joy. That is why we are here. What is your joy? Feel your inner being, your soul, who you really are. The only limits there are the ones you put on yourself. Become aware. Become aware what you really are. You are energy, and everything around you is energy. It starts with you allowing yourself to feel. Follow your good feelings. What makes your inner being sing? What makes your inner heart happy? And what is your true purpose? Everyone's true purpose is feeling happiness, joy, love. Everyone's true purpose is to expand, to allow those feelings in all the time, regardless of circumstances. So take this time. Breathe in love. Breathe out the joy of happiness. Just in being, acknowledge your inner being. That is where everything starts. Inside out. Feel the love and happiness that is within you all the time, regardless of what is going on around you. And always know that the outer picture will change the more you focus within. Always follow your good feelings in your heart. They are your true indicator. Blessings to all of you joining me today in this meditation time. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you, Malika. I hope you all got a little touch of your magnificence, because I can see it very clearly from up here. And so now, please let us welcome our Big Love Band. And let's move that meditation into our bodies. So I invite us all to stand up and allow the music to permeate and saturate all the cells of your body temple while we listen to this amazing music. Thank you. Good morning, John. Good morning, Cassie. So let's give him some round of big love for the Big Love Band.
Good morning. Sing along with us. We love to hear you sing.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
We have Scott on the electric guitar. We got Brian on bass. And we got our one and only Matt on the drum.
Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
I think everybody's heard this song before. This little light of mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Everywhere I go, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, oh,
let it shine.
Whoo! So we feeling good now, huh? So now that you've all sat down, I'm going to ask you to stand back up again, because we are going to rise and do a blessing, bestow a blessing on everyone here, including ourselves and all of those out in virtual land. So I ask you to repeat with me the words on the slide. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, and we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the center. And here we have so much fun, don't we?
In my eyes, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my life, I've been searching for something, but you were my dream. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, you're love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're light, you're you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. You're the angel sing, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-la-di-da. When I'm sad, oh, it's so dark, shallow and in doubt. When I'm trying my best to put one foot in front of the other, oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection in you, in me. Whoa. You're the angel sing, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da. You're always there, you never leave, you're holding me, you set me free. Your guiding light, your empathy, your confidence to express in it never leave. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing that I'm perfect. I'm golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect. So I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection in you. You're perfect, golden light, my love. You're perfect, golden light, my life.
Good morning again. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. I just wanted to say that we are open. So you are interested in joining us in person, please do. We have plenty of space here. Please come and join us. I do thank you for joining us on the virtual as well. My name is Malika Devi. I am one of the licensed practitioner at this Center for Spiritual Living. I'm also a CSL I'm also in the CSL Ministerial School, studying to be a minister. So the meditation was about purposeful life, right? How to practice that. So I selected a reading to go along with that, saying practice, practice, practice. It is from the Science of Mind magazine. It's one of my favorite magazines that I carry with me everywhere I go. So when I have time that I could always have something to read. So today's message is practice, practice, practice. You all know Mahatma Gandhi. He says, 1 ounce of practice is worth more than a ton of preaching. So from that, you doubtless have heard the phrase, practice makes it perfect. I believe perfect practice makes perfect. Let us explain. Perfect practice is about being disciplined and consistent. It is not so much about doing the technique of the practice perfectly. It is about doing the practice daily. Inclusion requires a whole soul commitment to being one with all of life. This takes practice. There must be a willingness to do things differently. This may look like letting go of an activities or perhaps some relationship that's no longer serving you your highest purpose or your visions or your vision. This will entail letting go of the sense of separation, letting go of us versus them mentality. In addition, when you commit to practice at this level, we commit to practicing the presence of the divine, practicing the presence in another way of practicing love, keeping our mind stayed on God, practicing forgiveness, peace, and other quality of God that resonate with you and the world. Commit to developing your practice of inclusion. Reach out to someone who appears to be different from you. Ask a family member or a friend whom you have not talked to for some time to have a video call with you or a virtual coffee or tea break. Inclusion takes all of us. I have faith that we all, in the difference, I have faith that we can be the difference in the world. I would like to take this beautiful reminder into the prayer. So as I settle into this moment, and I am so grateful for each and every soul that has showed up today in person and also watching us on the virtual Facebook, YouTube, whatever way that you are joining us. In that gratitude, I am settling into this present moment, knowing that power of presence is right here, right now, and it is in and through all things and each and every one of us. It is the one living through, moving through the energy that I call it God. So I am so grateful to be here this moment. I am grateful to bless this day, that everything is unfolding beautifully for each of us. And I know the message that you are about to hear is perfect. And I am grateful. I'm grateful for this moment. I release it and letting it be. And please join me by saying, and so it is. So today's message is from our Reverend Clive Delaporte. He is an ordained Unity minister. His message is about the school of life. He's a certified teacher. I'm going to start over. He's an ordained Unity minister, licensed Unity teacher, certified wellness life counselor and coach, and currently completing his affiliation with CSL minister. Reverend Delaporte, he's also providing contents online, classes, events, and services, empowering holistic and abundant spiritual living in New Thought ministry and members. He's currently further continuing his education and working on a new ministry training program called New Church. So please put your hands together and welcome Reverend Delaporte.
Thank you, Malika. Apologies for my bio. It probably has too many words in it. Good morning. I'm so blessed to be back with you today at CSL Cape Coral. And I'm going to remember to turn my timer on now so that I can keep track on the time for today's message. My gratitude again to Pam and the board and to you for the invitation to serve and minister to you one more time. It's always a good thing when you get invited back. You know, that first time is always iffy, right? And but it is such an affirmation to your sincere attempt to minister and serve when you get invited to return to a spiritual community and to do a second talk. So thank you to you for that. I'm also blessed by the many friendly faces I see out there, friends who have taken time to visit today. Thank you for doing that too. It's an exciting time in our world, a time when we are being called, I believe, to step it up, to find our A game, to take ourselves as spiritual beings having a human experience more seriously, to search for that deeper integrity and authenticity as we honor the call of the divine and our world at this time. I was blessed to read that the Center for Spiritual Living theme for 2021 is Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. And the theme for May is Holy, Holy Uprising. The first holy is W-H-O-L-L-Y. Holy, to be whole, holy, and uprising. And the topic, the CSL topic for this week, is the adventure called life. Yes. What an adventure. That's one of the things I love about us New Thought people, our euphemisms. You know, I had a motor vehicle accident today. What an adventure. Somebody stole my bicycle. What an opportunity. The evolutionary vision is we see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing union and unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. It's like a movie. Action. You can write the script, you can hire the actors, you can hire the director, the producers can get all the funding they need, but if there's no action, there's no movie. Okay, stay with me here. There's no action, there's no movie. Sometimes I like to labor the point that we are human beings and our spiritual philosophy is to be, but it's in doing that we fulfill our beingness, right? We fulfill our beingness by actually doing things, by actually meditating, by actually praying, by actually living mindfully, by actually loving your neighbor or helping a friend, by actually doing things that demonstrate the truth of our being and our beingness. So being a human being is not a passive, inactive thing. Being a human being is an active human activity. Happy Earth Day. By the way, I wasn't here on the 22nd. If I was in full-time service to a spiritual community, Earth Day would be a big event for me in the yearly calendar, especially at this time as we remind ourselves how important the earth is to us, how important this planet is, and how our stewardship requires us to take good care of it. I get a little worried when I see these spaceships going to Mars, right? In my mind, there's no planet B. There's only planet A. and we're on it. So rather than trash this place and then move somewhere else, let's fix what we've done here that needs fixing. I have a terrible sense of humor, but I'd like to just share some insights with you about Earth Day that I hope you'll find amusing. How are you feeling? Everybody feeling good? Do you feel stable? Okay. Do you realize that the planet Earth is spinning at the equator at about 1,000 miles an hour? Think about that. If the Earth suddenly stopped now, we'd all go, which way would we go? We'd go in some direction at 1,000 miles an hour. It gets better. Stay with me. Not only are we spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, we're orbiting the sun while we're spinning. Now, that word orbiting can be confusing. It's an elliptical orbit, right? So basically, the gravity of the sun is pulling us in and then throwing us out again into space, and pulling us in and throwing us out again into space at 65,000 miles an hour. How are you feeling? You're spinning at 1,000 and you're being thrown out into space at 65. Okay. One last consideration. We're moving from the center of the universe. The entire universe is expanding from the center out. Our galaxy is flying away from the center of the universe at 150,000 miles an hour. Hey, happy Earth Day. If you don't think that life on planet Earth is a miracle, that we should not wake up every single day in awe and wonder, just remember those three things. It is just beyond our comprehension, this thing called life. It is beyond our comprehension, this thing called human life on planet Earth. Today, my teaching is the school of life, the living, the learning, and the growing of coming into our divine potential. Today, I hope we'll open our hearts to a deeper understanding of how life is divinely designed to give us opportunities to grow more fully in our understanding of who we really are, why we're really here, and what the meaning and purpose of our life experiences may be. The affirmation I've prepared for today is recognizing the divine magnificence of life. I am awakened to my divine purpose to live, learn, and grow more fully into the daily demonstration of my divine good. Is this okay? Sure? On the piano? I see the musicians going, no. Yeah. Oh, and Chick-fil-A ketchup sauce. The Dalai Lama was once asked, what is the meaning of life? And of course, the Dalai Lama is a very wise spiritual teacher. And his response was, the meaning of life is to give your life meaning. The meaning of life is to give your life meaning. You know, I remember in my earlier years as a traditional Christian, one of the things I would pray for was for God to reveal to me God's plan for my life. What job did God want me to do? What career path? What credits should I take in college? What educational route should I go? I didn't ever receive an answer. There wasn't a flashing neon sign on the highway one day that said, do this job, or study that degree, or choose this person as your life partner. I came to realize for myself that God did not have a predetermined path for my life. God wanted me to take that responsibility, but God would provide me with everything that I needed to fulfill the wants of my heart. Right? And then I started to realize as I got older that God wasn't so interested in what I achieved, but what I experienced on the way to achieving the things that touched my heart with desire. God didn't really care how big the house was that I lived in, or how fancy the car was that I drove, or how expensive the clothing that I purchased. But God was intimately involved in the growing that I went through as I strived to pursue the desires that touched my heart. God was intimately interested in the character I was trying to form, the person I was trying to become, in order to demonstrate the good that had divinely touched my heart. Oscar Wilde once said, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." Be yourself, everyone else is taken. I'd like to share with you today that I believe the purpose and meaning of your life, and I don't mean to be presumptuous, but I believe this is a universal spiritual principle. And the purpose of meaning in my life is to be me, right? To be you. We are here in this life experience to discover the truth of our divinity, individualized as us, and to explore and express and experience that with more integrity and authenticity. A show of hands. Who of us have achieved or has achieved that goal? Thank you. The truth is that in the paradox of the divine experience, we are already at the destination of the journey we're on. Take a moment, right? You are already everything you can possibly be. So in a sense, you have already achieved the divine ideal of your divine potential and possibility. But yet consciously, in your human experience, it remains a daily unfolding experience. I call this the divine paradox, right? You are everything you can be while becoming everything you possibly can be. In our divinity, we are perfect and complete. And in our human experience of that, we are perfectly imperfect and completely incomplete. And so we have this dynamic as we pursue our human and divine potential of already being the thing we can be, yet becoming that experience and expression of it every single day. We do so living with the attitude that our life is a school and everything is an opportunity, New Thought speak, an opportunity for us to live and to learn and to grow more fully into the truth of who we are. Another one of my quotes from one of my very, very, very famous favorite and famous spiritual mentors, Dr. Seuss. Who laughed? You are you that is truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you. The meaning and the purpose of your life from a divine perspective is for you to find the integrity and authenticity of your true self and to learn every day to live from the consciousness of that truth. So why are we challenged when it comes to this? Why is this a thing that we're always striving to do? Well, we have a thing in our human dynamic that's called beliefs. We have beliefs, and beliefs are very interesting things. They are ideas that we've taken to be true. In most cases, these ideas and beliefs are not entirely true, but we have repeated them to ourselves so often that they have created neuron pathways within our brains that we feel so comfortable with them that they define the perspective we have on life. And that is why two human beings can experience the same human event and take individualized, personalized, different experiences from it. It's the weirdest thing possible. A friend of mine works for an insurance company as a claims processor. And he tells me that often when he's processing the claims for a motor vehicle accident and he reads the eyewitness reports, he often thinks he's reviewing two different accidents. Right? It's just the way it is. We see the world through the lens of our beliefs. If we want to change the way we see the world, we have to change our beliefs, the lens of our beliefs. We have to be critically examining them to make sure that they're aligned with objective truth and not subjective programming. Because what your perspective is becomes your perception. What your perception is becomes your experience. What your experience is becomes your response and your reaction. And once you start to do that habitually, that is your destiny. Those are the outcomes that you habitually experience in your life because you see things a different way. I'll never forget the story of Bruce Springsteen. Has anybody listened to the podcast with Bruce and President Obama? Fascinating. Google it. Google? Yes? Search for it online. They have done a series of podcasts together. Wonderful. Very entertaining. Bruce Springsteen and... Yes, but now I'm thinking of a female singer in the 80s and 90s who always had stage fright. No. She was a solo artist. She was well known for never liking to do live performances. No. Okay, never mind. I was hoping you'd come to our service this Sunday more prepared, better prepared for the talk, but maybe not. Carly Simon, thank you. Carly Simon. Carly Simon was interviewed once by Rolling Stone magazine and asked, "What is it? Why is it so difficult for you to do live performances?" She said, when I'm standing there waiting to go on the stage, my heart is beating in my chest, My hands, my palms are sweaty. I can hardly breathe. I think I'm going to die. And then some other time, Bruce Springsteen was interviewed about his love of live performances. And they said to him, "What's the thing for you?" And he said, "You know, when I'm standing there about to go on the stage, my heart is beating in my chest. My palms are sweaty. I can hardly breathe. I've never felt more alive." Right? Perspective, perception, response, reaction, character, life, destiny. So our lives are schools. Divine opportunity for us to take everything we've got that we've been given, the true treasure of our being, and to experience it in this experience of life. We have somewhat limited control of what happens to us. We have absolute control on how we choose to experience it. The perspective we bring to it, the perception we bring to it, how we choose to mindfully, consciously use it towards a constructive, positive response and reaction that furthers our spiritual values, our spiritual ideals, our hopes, and our dreams. King Solomon, not King Kong, King Solomon, two very different things. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. The things we hold in our hearts become the truth, the lens through which we see the world, become the platform, the dynamic, the paradigm through which we experience life, and become the fulfillment of our destiny. James Allen, as he thinks, so is he. As he continues to think, so he remains. In the Unity tradition, May, happy May Day, by the way. In the month of May, we recognize the power of power. The last time I was here, I shared with you that Unity has the 12 powers. And those are the 12 faculties, abilities, and powers of the Christ within us. And that in Unity, we normally practice one power a month for the 12 months of the year. We take that truth from the story of Jesus and the 12 disciples. When Jesus was baptized and received enlightenment, went into the desert for 40 days, symbolizing a period of completion, releasing the limitation of his humanity, claiming the fulfillment of his divinity, came back out of the wilderness, called up the 12 disciples, and the 13 of them went into Palestine and healed and taught. That's a story about our consciousness. When we come to the River Jordan in our consciousness, and we have that aha moment that we are children of God, and we are enlightened and illuminated, and the voice within us says, "Behold my beloved, in whom I'm well pleased," and the dove of peace settles upon us, and we are anointed in this truth. We are given victory over those things that limit and hold us back from that realization. And the 12 faculties, 12 abilities and powers of our Christness are elevated and awakened within us. And so May is the power of power. And power is defined as the ability to have authority, dominion, and control. It's a very powerful spiritual principle. Authority, dominion, and control. not authority, dominion, and control over each other. It'll be a misuse of power. And each one of the 12 powers can be misused. But authority, dominion, and control over ourselves, our thoughts, our feelings, our words, and our actions. We are kings and queens of the kingdom of our consciousness. We are rulers of the kingdoms of our consciousness. We have been given everything we need to have authority, to have dominion, to have control over the consciousness that is ours. There's this wonderful scripture in the New Testament where Jesus turns to Peter, who represents the power of faith, and says, "To you, upon you, I will build, upon you, upon this rock of faith, I will build my church. I will build my consciousness. I will build the Christ consciousness. And to you I've given the keys of the kingdom. What you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. What you release on earth will be released in heaven." We have authority, we have dominion, we have control, we have power over the kingdom of our consciousness. What we choose to release will be released at every level and dimension of our consciousness. What we choose to receive will be received at every level and dimension of our consciousness. And this is the curriculum for our Earth Life School experience. To live, learn, and grow in the releasing of those things that separate us from the oneness of our divinity, and the receiving of those things that bring us into greater conscious union and harmony with the oneness of our divinity. And I'm here to give you good news today. I'm waiting for it. I'll give it to you as soon as it comes. It's on its way. Do you remember the old days when we had the internet hookup and you get all that noisy? Yeah, that's what I'm experiencing now. The thing that you are ready to release today is ready to release you. The thing that you are ready to receive today is ready to receive you. One of the things we learn in life school is timing is so important. When we're in the divine order of what is true, right, and good, things happen with ease and grace. When we're out of the timing of divine order, we find things happen with dis-ease and disgrace. Right? When desire touches your heart to release something that is separating you from the blessing and the conscious knowing of your oneness, it means that that thing is ready to be released. When desire touches your heart that you are ready to step more fully into the practice of your spirituality, into the knowing of your oneness with God, it's because that thing is ready to receive you. Follow the calling of your heart in your releasing and your receiving. And the experience of life is that thing that brings to us these impressions. As we are encouraged not to be human beings, not only to be human beings, but to be human beings doing the thing of humanity, going out into the world and living our lives and learning from our life experiences and growing through releasing that which is ready to be released and receiving that which is ready to be received. I've gone on for far too long, my apologies. I just want to encourage you to say yes. Say yes to life. Say yes to the calling of life. Say yes to the school of life. Say yes to the encouragement of living and learning and growing and fulfilling the promise and prophecy of Myrtle Fillmore when she said, "The great schoolmaster knows just what problems we need in order to keep us alert and bring out the wonderful qualities that the Father has measured out for us to come up to." This is our purpose in life, to succeed in bringing forth God's idea of who we are. You are you. There's nothing truer than true. May the blessing of being yourself be to both you, your spiritual community, and the world. And so it is. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. Thank you again, Reverend Clive, for that wonderful, wonderful message. Thank you. Can we get another round for him? So I am so very grateful. Well, let me start with my name. My name's Melissa Tuff, for those of you who don't know me. I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living and the treasurer of the Leadership Council. And I am so very grateful to have the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral to learn, grow, teach, and practice the Science of Mind philosophy. Speaking on behalf of the Leadership Council and the Practitioner Corps, I just want to thank each and every one of you. Without the generous gifts of your time, talents, and treasures, our doors would not be able to stay open. Our spiritual home operates solely from the financial support of the wonderful folks like you. So without further ado, it is my honor to present this opportunity to show gratitude for all that has transpired here. And we offer several ways for you to give. You can text your tithe to 239-320-3820. You can send your contribution through PayPal using PayPal at cslcapecoral.org. You can visit our website at cslcapecoral.org, where you can set up an automatic transfer of funds on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Or you can take it easy on yourself and just click that little donate button on our page. You can also mail a check to CSL Cape Coral at 406 Southeast 24th Avenue, Cape Coral, Florida, 33990. And you can even support your spiritual home through your online shopping with Amazon. Just visit smile.amazon.com and select the Center for Spiritual Living as your charity of choice. If you're joining us in person, there are branded vessels near the exit where you can deposit your gift as you exit. And because we actively participate in the law of circulation, please know that your generosity expands far beyond these four walls. Your gifts also allow us to support local charities in service to our community, such as this quarter's recipient, ACT, who provides abuse counseling and treatment to our brothers and sisters in need. And so, at this time, I invite you to hold your tithe or gift between your hands if you have it available, and if not, I invite you to place your hands over your heart and join me as we speak our tithing affirmation. Today, I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. And now I speak a word of blessing over these tithes. With appreciation and love, I accept these offerings and gifts. Divine love through me blesses each gift and each giver. I know that all that is given circulates to do great works both within this spiritual community and the world at large. Standing in gratitude, I release these words, so please join me in saying, and so it is. Namaste. And now I'd like to invite Linda, the lovely Linda, back up for our announcements and standing in the light.
Thank you, Melissa, and thank you, everyone, for coming today. We do a lot of fun things here at the center, and I can't stop. Okay, here we are. So we talk about how we change our lives by changing our minds. And so we do lots of fun things here at the center to help us and assist us in doing that. And one of them is book studies. They're my personal favorite, and I help lead a book study with Malika, who did the meditation and reading today. And we're studying right now. And ours is ongoing. We have dedicated pretty much the rest of our lives, right, Malika? To, as we can, as time permits, to coming once a week to these book studies. Right now we're studying The Infinite Way by Joel Goldsmith, and that was actually recommended by someone in our group. So join our group, and if you have something that you want to study with us, we are open and game to study all kinds of things, as long as they're spiritual, that is. And our meeting time is right now 3:30 to 5 o'clock on Zoom. And that bounces around from month to month, depending on people's ability. And that is a $30 a month love donation. There is another book study going on right now with the lovely Valerie Data. I Am Enough by Marissa Peer. And that one meets on Sunday at 6:30 to 7:30. And like I said, these things are ongoing, so keep an eye out on the website for them. We also have another opportunity of coming to the center for what we call a midweek tune-up with our amazing Melissa out underneath the oak trees outside, socially distanced, wearing masks so we can all stay safe, talking about wonderful and amazing things. So please join in on the conversation at noon on Wednesdays. We have an ongoing food drive. So right now, as we all know, is a time when lots of people are in need. So if you bring your donations here anytime when you come here, and especially on Sundays, we have a once a week drop off to different food kitchens. So thank you for your support. And a reminder as we finish up on the service today that we are trying to keep it very safe and clean in here, so we're taking our conversations outside and bumping elbows. Please, Reverend Clive will be out there, so you can bump elbows with him. I'm sure he would love to do that. And that way we can quickly exit the building so the sanitation crew can come in and keep our place clean. So right now I invite you all to stand. This is our portion of the service called Standing in the Light. And here we place the names of our family, our friends, our loved ones that we are holding in prayer and standing in the light for in consciousness. I am standing in the light for my beautiful son, Cole, continuing to know his wholeness and perfection. I'm standing in the light for all the unspoken prayers and invite you at this time to include your own name into this beautiful field of love and joy energy. Linda. And so I'm absolutely knowing that as we have placed these names in the light, that there is a perfect love, intelligence that is always, always ahead of us, providing what is needed before it is needed, knowing each and every one of us is cared for and provided for lovingly. That this amazing life force that, as Reverend Clive pointed out to us, is hurling this planet in space, and that we are so comfortably still, is that life force, that love intelligence that is governing every aspect of our lives and this universe, and it is absolutely for us, never against us. So I know that as we step out into this day, that it has been so lovingly and beautifully prepared in every way, that we step out into a field of grace, into a field of good. And so for this and so much more, I am indeed eternally grateful. And I invite all of you to anchor this love in the here and now with me by saying, and so it is. Thank you.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let peace, we let, oh, the peace wash over us, yeah. Let it be. We let joy, let it fill your heart, let it fill your soul, watch over and over you. Let it be. We let love wash over us, wash over and over us, yeah. Oh, let it be. We let love wash over us, wash over and over us. Oh, let it be.
Have a good week.
Have a wonderful week.